Hey guys, kreezxil here. Let's talk about how to add more mods to a mod pack that you're playing, like just create SMP. So it's just create, and if you remember, I was complaining about that it didn't add the crafting tweaks to it. I was also thinking that they could have made it a little harder by adding craft tweaker or cube.js to it, like absolutely require you to make pressed metal to make a sword. Like, make it so that maybe wood was the best you could hope for if you didn't make a create machine. Because there's a lot of you out there. I've made 79 mod packs with nearly 100 versions each, and a vast majority of players only make vanilla objects. They never make a modded object. And it blows my mind. So, what if you had to make a create machine to make metal, anything that used metals on up? Anyways, so here's how we would go about adding those mods. I'm gonna hit add more content. I right clicked on that. I could have went in and did view profile. There's multiple ways to go into a pack. All right, so we don't want to add too much. We don't want to break this pack. So crafting tweaks is not going to break it. Crafting tweaks is simply going to give these three little extra icons on the right side of this, on the left side of the grid, and I'll show you how those works once it's in there. Crafting tweaks only goes on the client side. Means you won't upload it to your private server. There's no need for it there. Okay, and then maybe I'll show you Craft Tweaker. So all my little admin friends on my Discord that I personally invited to this server I got running, they're not going to benefit. They're going to come into the game and they're going to get screwed into my copy anyways. Now Craft Tweaker will go on both sides. I know where these mods go. I've been doing it so long. I've been doing this for 10 years now. All right, so we'll hit X and then X. Now, let's just view the profile. And then you hit content. Now you can see that they have a lot of outdated mods. One thing that I've learned is when you're doing other people's, if you're fooling around with somebody else's mod pack that they carefully put together, don't update the mods. Don't do that. Do not do that. You're probably gonna, you may break something else that was going on. But if you want to add your mods, yes, go ahead, add some mods, but make sure you know what side they go on. And definitely if you add a mod, make sure you do an export, which is now under the share profile in CurseForge. Now, if it's just something private between your friends and you don't want to share it with the world because you're stingy like that, hit log in and then use the profile code. But if you want to share it with the world, then share it with the world. And once you create the zip, you can upload that to your CurseForge account. So check and see if your shader packs, if it has like this thing like that, make sure it's checked off. And check for other folders that you need. You don't need this, you don't need that, you don't need downloads. If default configs never populates on its own. You have to go into a world save where you edited additional configs. Make sure config and mods are always selected. If resource packs is also like this, make sure it's selected. Okay. And then if you saw one that said scripts or cube.js, make sure it is selected. So, and then finally you hit export. Ignore that set RAM recommendation. Most of you guys are probably going to set the wrong amount of RAM. And if you're making packs for distribution, put it in some common folder so you can easily get to them. I'll put my own little. Make sure you put a version number on your thing. I'm going to call it the kreezxil version. And then save it. And then it builds it. There it is. I can send that to my friends or my Discord. That works just like the share profile, except it doesn't expire in 7 days. Now it's permanent. And where that would go is someplace like your CurseForge account. So some of you watching this video probably do not realize that you can make money off of CurseForge. This month so far, I've earned $274.15. So it's going to be close to 525 or 550 when I get done for the month. The dollar value is basically all your little point values, the whole integer multiplied by 5 US cents, or $0.0.05. If you want to know more about that, check out the reward store. I will put the link in the bottom of the video. I will not be uploading my zip, this particular zip, to anywhere big. Let's just speak to my private Discord. All right, so we won't use CraftQuicker this session. Sometimes you use it to make stuff simpler. The only thing I wanted simpler was the crafting grid. And that one mod went on this side. Now, my server shouldn't actually complain. Oh, okay. By the way, I do have my own Pelican server up. All right, let's verify. It's not hosted by Nodecraft. Oh, look, I need to put it on my server. Excellent. So CraftWicker goes on both sides. No, CraftWicker goes on both sides. I knew that. I said that, and yet I tried to connect to the server. I'm going to leave this into the video because there's no sense in editing out that failure. Not only did I say it was going to happen when I installed the mod, I forgot absentmindedly and I let it happen. Alright, so now I know what this is for. That's for that replay mod. That's how Chosen Architect and them are making those nice overviews of what they've been doing. Okie dokie. Maybe we'll record the server in a moment. Trying to picture how to want to hide the address. Stop that. Just get up there a little bit. When you like to play Minecraft in that view, I'm gonna make sure that one's on top. There you go. So this is a Pelican server. It's like pterodactyl. I don't know why Linux has to be so difficult on grabbing these screen edges. Alright, so I need to go into my mods folder and upload that craft tweaker. So we're gonna go to my instances, CurseForge, just create mods, sort by modified. There we go. Craft tweaker. Now, crafting tweaks by all rights shouldn't go up there. But if you didn't hear anything, then you probably thought maybe it should. And now I'm gonna restart this. See, that's crafting tweaks is tripping out because it wants, it's looking for the GL aspects because it uses things from the client. So we don't put that one on there. Crafting tweaks. Crafting tweaks is client side. The side matters. Now it will load up. And the side matters because a lot of tutorials do not tell people that are getting into modding how to control the side and why it's important. And a lot of mod tutorials, in addition to that, don't tell them how to disable their mod if it doesn't if it's not supposed to function on the server. So that, or disable it if it's on the client when it's not supposed to be on the client. And that's just a sign that that particular mod author knows how to do that, or they have the skills to know that they need to know to do that. That's just one of the things that I'm gonna call a green flag for a good mod. That if it doesn't matter, it goes on both sides. I mean, it should technically go on the one side, but if it goes on the side it doesn't go on, if you look in this startup log, it'll say that it disabled itself most of the time. Fancy Menu will definitely do that if you put it up here. All right, so the server is running. And we'll go ahead maximize our It'll look